Hey there, Janae with Palin Projects here, and in this week's video, we're going to be talking about how I plan out my garden. Now, in the past couple of videos, I showed you what I use to start the seeds for my garden, but how do I know how many seeds to start and where all those seeds are going to go? Short answer is, I don't, typically. Usually I start way too many seeds for what I have space for. The reason for that though is because I get to share those out with friends and family, which I absolutely love. This year though, I do plan on trying to plan out my garden a little bit better so that I don't have so much waste. I try and it's not necessarily waste because I'm giving them away, but it gets hard at the end when I have so many tomatoes or peppers or, brassicas, whatever the case is, to try and rehome. I think in 2023, I think I threw away 2 tomato plants, which again is a little bit of a waste. But all of the other extra seedlings that I had, I found new homes for. It still does cost me a little bit to produce that massive amount of seedlings, and so I do want to try and cut down on it, only grow what my friends and family need or want, so I've been taking orders, and what I can put into my garden. So first step, I've shown you guys my garden layout before, but I went and made a garden template as well. So this is my 12 by 3 beds. I put 2 on a sheet of paper because I felt like it was going to be a little bit too much waste to have only 1 garden bed on a piece of paper. I do plan on making notes in the margins of this paper of like what I'm planting where, but each box here represents a 1 foot by 2 foot section of my bed, because I know my beds are 3 feet by 12 feet, so I have 3 boxes tall and I have, I think 6 boxes wide, which makes up my garden beds. I did put 2 on, like I said, I put 2 on a page, so the first half of the page will have the notes for this top box, and the bottom half will have notes for this bottom box. I also put a 3 foot spacer in just for my record keeping purposes. Not that that's necessary, it's just I feel that it's good to know roughly how much walking space I have in between, so that I'm not planting something, in this box here that could get, more than 3 feet wide, basically. Neck down my entry points. So I have 4 pieces of paper with 2 garden boxes on each. This represents the 8 garden boxes that I currently have. The long ones. I do have shorter 3x6s and a couple others out there as well. These are my main growing beds though. And so I want to grow the majority of my food in these beds, whereas the other ones aren't necessarily for growing as they might be for having stuff of enjoyment. So like flowers or something that I'm trying out, whether that be a new seed or whatever the case is. My next step is, I know I've talked about this in the past as well, I have all of my seeds in a spreadsheet. So I went through all of my seeds, it took me a couple weeks to do, and I documented them in my spreadsheet so that I could see easily like what I needed to reorder, the stats about those seeds and whatnot. I could do all of this on my computer, but sometimes it's just nice to write it down, and like my brain works better if I write things down and I visualize them rather than just typing into a computer. So yes, I printed out some of my seed packet or my seed information spreadsheet. I did not print it all out because I didn't need all of it. I printed out basically the names, colors, the type. So if it was like a bean, tomato, broccoli, you know, as such. Plant spacing, and then any notes that I have. So those are the columns that I started with. I have, I think it's like 6 to 8 more columns in this spreadsheet with more information in it. So definitely did not print it all out. But the reason why I wanted to do this is this has all of my plant spacing on it. So I can look through and see, let's just look right here. Broccoli needs about 10-inch spacing. So I can get in, basically in 1 square of my garden box, I can get probably 2-ish, let's see. Yeah, I would say about 2-ish broccoli plants. And so I will go down and, you can either get cute little stickers for, you know, organizing your garden and putting them into the spaces, or you can draw or just write the name out. However it works best for you, you can do in your way. This is just how I like to do it. I probably will draw a cute little broccoli head, or, you know, whatever it is, and then label it broccoli at the same time. The reason why I wanted to do this, because you could probably say, well, Janae, your broccoli is, you know, all of them are 10 inches. Well, they're not all 10 inches. I have 2 that are 10 inches, and I have 1 that's 16 inches that needs a 16-inch spacing. Also, when I look at like my cabbages, I have a lot of cabbages, but some are 12 to 18 inches, 12 to 24 inches, 24 to 36. And so, you know, I could have done this all while looking at my computer, but I also want to be able to sit out with my family and do this and have my children help me. If my daughter wants to do a garden bed this year, you know, she can look through and do what she wants to do and learn how to plant a garden as well. So I have all of my seeds that I want to do. I'll also be going through my seeds and checking off what I want to grow this year, and making sure that I have space for it in my 8 garden beds or in another garden bed in my garden. Just to hopefully be a little bit more mindful of my seeds and just grow what I want to, because, you know, I at least have a limited amount of seed starting space. Yes, I have quite the seed starting setup, but I also get a little big for my britches and run out of like grow light space towards the end. And so not only do I want to be mindful of my vegetables, but I do plan on starting quite a bit of flowers this year as well. So I have to maximize my seed starting space, which means I can't necessarily grow, you know, 200 tomato plants, which I have done in the past. And like I said, I do try and find them all homes so that I'm not wasting. But I probably don't need 200 tomato plants out there. I do need quite a bit for what I want to do and what my garden plan is, my garden goals are this year. That's for another video though. I just figured I would throw this out there and show you how I'm planning out my garden this year, trying to be a little bit more mindful of my capacity and what I am able to do and plant out and be successful in my garden this year. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next project. Thanks everyone. Bye.